incredibly well. And for example, if Mundo hits a cleaver on somebody, and hits a cleaver on somebody, but it hits a cleaver on somebody, because that's kind of how it goes. ShowMaker's like, I'll be right there. Yeah, that person is going to die. Now, the jungle Zahin has been a little bit up in the air, right? We were looking at this draft, and you could have seen the jungle Silas here instead.
Oh yeah, and I'm actually, I'm kind of crazy because I assumed that was going into the top lane, but the
15
Aurora...
CS down. So not a great start for what the Silas wants to accomplish in this game.
Yep, and it's like roaming into the jungle off tempo, that's what's going to happen, right? And this is why a lot of our mid laners don't actually follow, because losing a wave can be incredibly detrimental. As now Rich taking a lot of damage here. There's the Mega Gnar out of Siwoo. He'll have the ultimate as he lands the house. And Wallop comes through. And stun comes down. Let's see whether Siwoo can actually find this. Even 1 versus 2. As Rich just gets hit with 3 houses and will go down. Man, that's a Fire Emblem game. That's all right. Out he goes. He just hops his way out of there.
Yeah, I think the line to be active, because as you point out several times, their engage is pretty lacking. So they need to have a front line for Jiwoo to just auto-attack people. As Siwoo gets the first house, gets this wallop, has his Gnar, was not actually the wallop I mentioned earlier, but the Gnar that hits both into the wall.
Oh, 410 gold as well, feeling fantastic about that one. And a top lane advantage for a Gnar is so incredibly
Possibilities go wide.
All right, Korea does not quite find the beat drop there.
Okay, now he got Smash's Q. This is an angle.
Yep, arrow going to come on through there as the ulti has been thrown out. The Encore is going to be missed. Onto Jiwoo, gets in range of Smash. Barrier is there as Lucid is just so slow. He looks for the briefcase, and he's being followed by this. And the flash over and the dash back from Jiwoo is so slick. And DRX, they're not going to find kills. Jiwoo stays alive, and Lucid is still running. Grim Deliverance delivers not a whole lot. He's got the wrong house. The houses are in the top lane, as we mentioned earlier. And these briefcases continue landing. They're trophies, actually, with this particular skin. I keep seeing, like, Corporate Mundo every single...
the bottom side eventually, and now they are going to take their prize.
Yep. Chemtech Dragon is going to be mopped up. And Siwoo is also going to discover Willa here. Oh, almost steals it, man.
I thought he had it for sure.
That looked
so close.
His house accuracy has just been phenomenal. But it is going to be Dragon traded for a couple of... The arrow up and available. Encore there in 3 seconds time.
And Lucid has his ult. He can tank the turret for practically forever, but I just don't know about this.
Yeah, Jiwoo's still going to look for it here as Smash goes down low, but they've got so much CC, and it's just layered gorgeously. Auto attack was in the air, and Jiwoo, oh no, this is what we've seen before. Just goes a little bit too far as Rich also, it's like a 5,000 gold lead.
It's like, Jiwoo is not a champion in this game. Ucal is not a champion in this game. Rich down 1,500, 1,600 gold, is desperately trying to limp over to the topside turret to save it, and I think he's just a little bit too late. Also, the Herald was taken for free without a contest, as Dplus can do whatever they want on the map right now.
Yep, moving this to a 5.5k gold advantage. And this is what we were expecting out of today, right? Was the dominance that we've seen from this team. DRX were able to find a comeback. If they find a comeback in this game, I hazard to guess that this is going to be a 3-0, because I don't think you mentally come back from that. As Siwoo is looking for a solo bolo 1v2 as Lucid comes in to make those numbers a little bit more fair. And they don't really look fair as DRX are just taking naps left, right, and center. Willa does have the passive charged up, so he's not going to be dying just yet, but I mean... he may as well have. It's still that dire.
Yeah, it is that dire. The Hextech Dragon is going to be taken here by Dplus as well. The lead is large, and it's just these holes on the side of DRX. Like, it's not that ShowMaker is sitting on like 6 kills in the early game. It's not the BDD Zoe game. But it's the fact that Silas is sitting on components for 17 minutes and actually hasn't been involved in any real fight outside of that scrap in the jungle. The fact that the Unara, who's the main character of this draft, has been put so significantly far behind, lost a turret, and is really just trying to find money anywhere. He's like, Willer, can I have some? When I think about Smash from Challengers, but I think he's played a ton of games on it there.
Yeah, when Ash was really in vogue, he looked really good on the champion.
Yeah, I think even, like, Reckless, I think sometimes played the Ash when they played Ash Rumble, but Smash, I think, kind of earned it back a few times back in the Challengers during that weird Ash Rumble microcosm that we had.
Yeah.
Smash just really good at this pick. His double stops of backs, pretty impressive. His laning phase, incredible. Now, He's going to grab this inner turret as DRX are hoping this is going to be a 45-minute game.
And it's not looking like it is going to be a 45-minute game, although Lucid going down relatively low. Willa taking a lot of damage, though, as we're taking some naps. Grim Deliverance there, but Willa doesn't quite make it over the wall. He does go down to the passive as the Encore comes in. And it is just going to be a disengage here from DK.
But there's no consequence when you have this much map control. It's not like, oh, we committed 4 people, we didn't kill anybody. It's like, oh, okay, we just back off.
Stacks. I mean, it's a very good point. Talk to Orcs about it. He would certainly agree. It's an Infernal Soul this game. DK. Theoretically, DRX could get it, but that's probably not going to happen based on what we're looking at right now as Ucal does dodge out of the way with his dash cannon, as now Lucid's possibly in a little bit of trouble. Does get pulled back by the Zahen as the bubble is going to connect one more time. And he goes sleepy, and down goes the Silas. Grim Deliverance once again. But Willer is just dead. They do manage to get their first kill of the game. But Andil, he's going to die also. And Jiwoo down to 50%. Just gets a thumbs up from Lucid to signify the fact that he is going to die pretty imminently. I don't think he's going to be able to walk past the Mundo as the Slurkle goes wide. He does have barrier, but Lucid has 1 billion health.
I have to say, it has been a mechanically impressive game from Jiwoo. Maybe I can play this. I got 3 items right now. I'm on 2. Rich comes in, he barriers and tries his best.
Okay, do we think that DRX can kill Lucid with 4 people? I mean, ShowMaker's going to come on over and make it a little bit uneven as Lucid flashes out of the way, gets a big ol' heal, as in goes Ucal, steals an Encore, which is a fair bit of value, and there's the Grim Deliverance, triple immediately for Jiwoo, and is this now the DRX comeback as ShowMaker gets dashed on and eliminated? The kill goes over to Rich, and no, there is no way, Wolf! I mean, it's still 6,000 gold lead, but the Dragon goes over, Soul Point is denied.
Jiwoo also is going to get away, it looks like.
Also, dude, like, look at that shutdown value as well.
I really want to see the gold graph. Like, look at the lead for Jiwoo right now.
Yeah.
Just, trying to fathom that is hurting my brain.
I mean, he just, like...
There's Seraphine. He basically has to play perfectly, and then maybe he could turn this game around. And, you know, he's had amazing Unara games so far this tournament, so maybe it's possible. Like, I want to believe.
Well, Yarrow is going to connect here onto Andil. Let's see whether they can grab this kill as Shiu's moving over. ShowMaker on a flank angle as Ucal will find the chains. ShowMaker going to have to get out of here as he doesn't have flash, so he doesn't have a chance. Rich is likely to die as well, though, as I don't know about that one, as the weirding was weird. And Lucid just being that front line for the rest of DK. So it's a trade of top laner for mid laner. As Lucid needs to land some of these trophies, his career does get himself out of there with the surround sound.
Dplus really just do not need to flip this fight for no reason. Just leave. Do not try to make something.
They don't need to commit to anything.
Yeah,
right?
he's like, nah, Jiwoo's the one I'm worried about.
Yeah, and honestly, makes a fair bit of sense because he got that quadra kill, or very close to a quadra kill. And that was a large portion of the value. This is an optimistic teleport here from Shiu, just looking to try and kill Rich, and he may just do that as the Nara is picked up here by Ucal, finds the chains as well, and does manage to get a push away, but the flash out from ShowMaker, and the big heal to keep him alive from the Seraphine. And now Smash has them right where he wants them. They do take down the Gnar, but DRX members are looking so low, and the heals are coming through. Lucid, so healthy, and flashes on top of Jiu. He's taking matters into his own hands, but unfortunately, he then enters the grave. That's not where he wants to be. Andil is going to follow suit, and Willa likely to go down as well. That fight looked a lot better for DK, as they'll get the ace and now look for a Baron, or maybe just look for the base.
Dplus were just very methodical with how they played that fight.
You saw ShowMaker pick up about 3 during that fight alone, as DRX do get inside track on this Dragon.
They have a fast Dragon take, but they don't have great setup.
It is still going to be a 50-50 as Lucid does move over here. Andil is snagged by the arrow, and just the edge of the Encore is going to pick up Andil. But now the Grim Deliverance comes in. The Drake is going to get stolen away by Willa as Lucid's still alive. That health bar very high, but the bottom lane has just been wiped out. Now it's ShowMaker that has to do all of the damage. The Gnar is gigantic from Shiu, now hops out, and he's a mini Gnar wanting to do that DPS. But I think he's just going to get taken out here as Lucid is looking impossible to move. He's not taking damage. As Ucal is just trying to run away.
That fight was saved by Shiu.
Oh dear.
My God, Atlas.
Paddlestar is going to come through, and yep, Shiu looking fantastic in the fight. Ultimately, DK do win as far as the team fight in itself is concerned, but the Drake being denied is massive here for DRX.
I don't think they can get the inhib either.
And also, look at the Rebel Baron power play. It's sitting at negative 600 as Ucal is going to die. Andil probably doesn't want to be here as the inhib turret has already been taken down. The burst damage from ShowMaker is too large, and the portal jump not going to be enough to get that damage down, as Lucid's going to need another couple of trophies or a paddle star from ShowMaker as they grab some extra plates on their way out.
Now remember when I said both these mid layers saves the fight because it eliminates Jiwoo. If Jiwoo does not get caught by that, straight up they get wiped, and I think maybe even get back into a lead in this game. As Ucal here, like, taking this inhibitor super hard, Jiwoo's coming up in like 15 seconds. I don't know if we really need to force the way that he did, but he did it anyways. So now the base is under siege.
Yeah, they're looking to try and turn this Rebel Baron power play around, and they have managed to do so. About a 1,400 gold swing since we spoke about it last, with all these structures hitting the deck as, oh god. Yeah, Rich takes a paddle start that he certainly did not want to take. Crypt Bloom is now done here for ShowMaker, and he has a cheeky extra needlessly large rod, and it's feeling a little bit needlessly large in this game.
Jiwoo is super huge right now, and they have the stolen Gnar. They need something like that desperately, but Ucal so low.
The poke, they need to avoid it, or they need to hard engage. And what did we say earlier on? They have no engage!
All they have is the stolen Gnar.
And if they have stolen Gnar, that's not an engage tool. As now Willa goes in. There's the Grim Deliverance. They take down the Ashe, and Willa is going to be traded. Now Ucal trying to look for that angle, but they've peeled away. The Gnar is not exactly the biggest, but they use it to take down Korea. And now Lucid is very, very big. It's going to take a little bit of killing to get him, and he doesn't have flash, so he doesn't have his life. And DRX will save their base and live to fight another day.
Dplus didn't need to force past the inhibitors. You got 3 inhibs. And the flanking TP from Ucal is really what seals the deal. Willer and Ucal have been playing so well in tandem despite the deficit in this game to try to bring this one back. Willer goes in first.
Soon. So we'll be able to steal something else away. Obviously, the Encore feels like a fantastic option. The Arrow is also very good as, oh god, these paddle stars. And this is the problem for DRX. They need to make something happen first as Jiwoo gets snagged by the paddle star. Lucid going down very low, though, as the chains are going to go wide. Smash flashes out of the way, though. And that Smash without flash is actually a target that they can go for, right? Willa needs his backup, and that's going to take a little bit of time.
A huge flash there, though. If he gets caught by that, not only is he in dire straits, but it allows Ucal to engage on the rest of the team with the gap close. He has flash. That was a very important flash to hit. And Smash does just that. Then they buy time, they survive. This is going to be the sole point going over to Dplus. They can then turn their eyes towards Baron, but because DRX got that extra lease on life and has survived here, there's going to at least be some vision on Baron for them. Andil's able to get this ward up, which is incredible. 3 inhibitors down, he's able to get vision set up here. He's going to back as quickly as he can.
Oh. Or might not be able to as everything hits! Oh, he takes a nap, and the paddle star is going to take him down. Oh, dear. He did manage to get that ward, but at what cost? Well, his life is the cost. We saw that immediately. This Baron going to go down exceptionally quickly. There's no way that DRX can challenge because they have no inhibitors left. And so now another Baron, soul point. DK, I mean, they should be able to just march up this mid lane. You can see the gold lead doesn't really mean anything. It's the structural damage that is causing the most headaches here for DRX. That and ShowMaker, just in general.
Yeah, I mean, QSS this, ShowMaker says, with every battle star that hits.
Can you QSS gray screen? The answer is no, unfortunately.
Well, they're going to try to set something up here where Ucal can either flank or they have the Zahin engaged. Jiwoo's going in.
He's just going to dash in. Kill Smash finds the entire bottom lane and wipes them out. And now the rest of DK, what can they actually do? The Grim Deliverance takes him down to his passive here is now Lucid still trying to kite this one out. ShowMaker going down very low, but he steals away a flash and looks to escape. Oh god, Jiwoo is just absolutely unhinged, but I love it.
Engage, doesn't need it, karma, doesn't matter. I am the engaged.
Where's his Randuins? He needs another one.
You see a QSS and you think I'm the one who's in danger. I am the danger.
Well, I mean, they're still in danger. These turrets are still, like, there's still nothing in the base. Let's check it out from Jiwoo's perspective.
I'm going to push him. I'm going to look for something here. He just says casually as he comes in and deletes Smash from the game.
And, I mean, it was so close to Lucid going down as well as he flashes out of the way. Like, this play from Jiwoo is just absurd.
He has teleport as well, which is massive. He
Yeah,
can get
both
back to the
top
fight.
laners doing exactly the same thing, but Rich still didn't have flash from before.
Ucal has a very short cooldown on his ultimate, so we'll have it back here.
Oh god, well, the 4v4 is going to start things off as the teleports will bring the top laners in as well. Jiwoo, gigantic shield now fighting against Ucal once again as the arrow goes wide. And DK starting a fight is not what they want. They want to keep throwing things out, finding paddle stars, finding bubbles, and hitting trophies. That's what they want to do. And speaking of which, he lands it onto Jiwoo. He is able to get himself out of the way as the encore comes in, barely hits onto Jiwoo there as well, but Willer is dead and ShowMaker is flashing on top of Jiwoo. Now the barrier is down and Lucid will just walk at the Inara and down he will go. Now Ucal finds yet another Gnar, but he gets walloped and destroyed, and DK took him a little while. It got a little dicey, but they'll get the Infernal Soul, and I think they'll win the game.
All right, ShowMaker with the massive play.
Oh my
Rich
goodness.
trying to make something happen.
Yeah, Paddlestar goes down. Rich will have a few better buttons, and he does connect it as soon as that bubble didn't
I
land.
don't know if he can get home to defend this, though.
Yeah,
Andil,
that's the problem.
Montracue as best as
Oh,
he can.
the arrow teams are off the back. Oh, it just barely misses. But I don't know whether it's going to be enough. Was he on vision there as well as now Smash just going to rain the arrows in? Andil just doing his best. He's trying to land everything onto Smash, but the last few autos come in, and DK just barely scrape by.